Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play I Love You, Colonel Sanders! I am excited to see if we can finish it in this episode. Of course, I am once again joined by my friend Justin. Say hello.
Hello.
Alright, let's resume. You said water, correct?
Yes.
You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp, like the purest snow melted by a mountain spring. Now I'm thirsty. Hey, that was mine. It was for my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Ew.
And you've got excellent taste.
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Dude, why were you offering your biscuit and your water then?
Like, are we just gonna eat straight pepper?
I guess so. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement.
Today's lunch will be prepared via competitive. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
It's her now. Yeah. Via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts.
Tell me you're on.
Yeah.
A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I can set my lunch down on it. Then so be it.
Ooh, nice.
I'm not the fool. You're the fool.
Pretty fool.
Good one, Von. I like your gumption, Justin.
Ooh, that was a good choice then.
I'll be watching your performance.
Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense, you breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer! What the hell? Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aroo!
I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidity and foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anybody was wondering. I hope it's a message that lifts you to victory.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. God, they remind me of Team Rocket so much. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly.
No.
What temperature?
I don't know. I'm not good. 100 degrees.
That's wrong!
No!
What were you thinking, Justin? Get your head in the game.
I don't know how to cook.
I don't know the technical. I just know that when I see it bubbling up, that's when it's hot.
I know.
You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did
11.
he say? That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor?
Vigilance?
I don't know.
Oh.
It might have been random. That's right.
Okay.
You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy.
A small town.
That's right. This is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. One shot. Aru! I feel weird doing that. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success?
Silence.
That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye.
I believe in you, Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now, all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill it? What? It automatically did it. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Something about a Victorian bathtub? What? Wait, Justin, you should know this from Red Dead Redemption. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! Stop distracting us.
I know, right?
You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. Oh no.
Exchanging wedding vows?
We didn't even have a time. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? We're gonna lose. Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! I know, you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Justin does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way, and there's a hard way. Don't get far by doing the easy way.
When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough.
No.
Oh no, before it's overmixed. Justin, no! Oh my god. But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Oh, Jesus. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame.
Oof. What you often find is the best way can turn out much, much more difficult.
Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Justin's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Ooh. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Justin to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Ooh. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce.
Simplicity ain't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you? That wasn't a compliment, girl. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of
And,
sauce sticks to his mustache.
better internalize.
You think so?
Yeah.
Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Sometimes internalizing things is not good.
Oh, no.
Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. Oof. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married, girl, please. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly.
I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out.
His face.
I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll just never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. You think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. It wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated.
Okay, egotistical.
Well, handsome, sure, but I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician.
Obstetrician, yeah.
I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. And that one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel.
Okay.
Lost my business partner to a gunfight.
Dude, were you playing Red Dead?
I didn't know. People see a delicate ribbon tie and a well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all put together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been that way.
Sounds like this guy could really use a hug.
I resolved that then I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would ever deter me from giving the best I had to give.
As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion.
One has to remember that every failure could be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for the past misdeed. Yay!
What are you doing here, Pop? Ruining the moment, dude. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst.
It's a sport monster.
I thought that we were friends, though.
Yeah. Borko. It is I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, but maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to have always looking over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Oh, thanks, Borko. I'm glad you came here. Or, I'm glad you're there, and no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
Hey, we started with defense, okay?
Yeah, I know you're strong, and cooking school can't be a person under, or can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spark monster, you know, see? I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast an enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
Uh-oh.
A magic spellbook. Precisely. I had a heart. No, let me start that again. Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you respect it. You're a powerful chef, and I shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Justin, together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss.
A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh, nice.
ooh.
God, look at that baby picture of him. He has glasses and a beard. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him.
It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made a decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. You ever been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. Just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors, textures, and I'm not sure if I've nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing.
It's meant to be a pair of something spicy or something crispy, both perhaps.
Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you?
Hmm,
Well,
I'd
he did
say,
share a secret before.
yeah, we reveal it to him.
Alright. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day.
I present to you my original coleslaw.
Ah. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux Hideaway. My mom loves their coleslaw.
Magnificent.
Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl.
Do you mind if I hold on to this last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment.
You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy.
Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment.
You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Uh-oh. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel.
Ooh.
What do you want to start with?
Probably his baby picture.
Okay. An adorable... with a
Got
chicken.
chicken instead of a rattle.
Mm-hmm. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle.
Who frames a baby picture of just themselves?
Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Tap on an item. What next?
Maybe the urn?
Ooh, don't drop it. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures."
Poor guy.
Okay?
Pictures on far left?
This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. Oh, that's a safe. Hard just to see in the dark. You think
Yeah.
for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Really? Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style?
I can barely read that. I'm terrible with cursive.
Oh. My mom always writes in cursive. Okay. We'll do the
Camel?
door last.
Yeah.
The camel, you said?
Yeah.
The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt.
Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices.
Maybe? This one?
Yep, next picture.
One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription.
I wonder who my friend Pete is.
Must be the co-creator or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, he's got some stuff on the table.
Yeah. Oh, we could take his hair. Creepy. A lock of silver hair is woven, why did I say woven? Woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. I'm gonna be rich. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? What? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69.
Oh.
No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... Alright. That chicken?
Yeah.
You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real.
Taxidermy? Must have been important for Colonel Sanders when it was alive.
A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky."
Nice.
Alright, outside. Looks pretty.
Yeah.
You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up.
Oh, are you thinking of heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?
No, dude.
Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now with... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something?
You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Alright, let's go through the door.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you.
Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off.
Fess up.
You confessed. Oh,
I think I've developed feelings for you.
here we go.
I might have developed feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams.
Oof. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. No!
No.
But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Excellent.
Colonel? Yes, Justin. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. Maybe we should take these things slow.
You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Okay. Snoring, and there they all go again. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Ooh, that looks pretty during the day.
Yeah, you can see it's much more safe now.
Yeah. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life.
Ooh.
You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it.
Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
It's meticulous. Of course, that's your breakfast. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
So, what would you say that we're a perfect match?
How presumptuous.
My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery?
I flatter him.
You like that?
You know, I think we make a great team.
A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window.
And with my right business partner, I know I can't fail.
Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. How'd you get in? Where have you been? I broke in hours ago. Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you, and apparently we don't have phones. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date!
Ooh. I think I can believe that.
Since I'd been partnered up with Clink, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving. Just imagining
0 to 100.
Oh my god. It's just gonna land on the ground and get destroyed. He took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
His friends was just a toaster.
Maybe. Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
Ooh, phrasing.
Ooh.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers.
Okay, Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. Wow. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. Ooh.
Ooh,
Man, they're both so selfish. I want to talk about mine
yeah.
now. God, there's a lot of girls like that, though.
Yeah.
When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
You.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped, too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person in the school.
Okay, that's a fair response.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give him that.
Yeah. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Justin. Suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse? Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Oof.
Oof. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever.
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone here excited for the final day of school? Justin, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? His face.
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is perceived. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Justin. I am more than capable of speaking for myself.
Oof, Justin, ooh.
Oof.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Justin.
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. He's just being polite.
Yeah.
In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Oh no.
No.
Whoa, that's that book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in magic stuff.
Dude, you fought a freaking spork monster.
Yeah, I guess exactly. And he told you to be on the lookout for a book like that.
Yeah. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out.
No. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in a case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page.
I could use this spell here that says it would erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I could scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
Oh my god. So stupid.
This is terrible.
This protagonist, what the hell? That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. No, you fool. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Nope.
Nope. Don't do it.
No! You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Thank goodness we could say no. I mean, I'm curious what would happen, but no. We want a good ending.
Yeah.
Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly.
Probably wait to see what happens.
Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! I want it to talk back, please. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? What's his backstory?
I want to know.
I know, right? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional or professorial tone. Ahem, I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Justin, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see... But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room.
Oh, is there kissing going on?
Ooh? I told you to save it for after class. Stop feeling me up, dude. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no! You had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in mid-air as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain, or off a cliff for all I care. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks.
Is
he dead?
Oh no.
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Ew.
Ooh.
What the hell?
It's a shoe.
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. Did he eat a person?
Maybe. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay.
Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
I wonder how Pop goes.
Yeah.
We chose her.
Well, that was unfortunate. I think she probably would have broken up with him too.
Yeah.
He's so stupid. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam, TM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
Hey, Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City.
Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? I totally am.
Yeah, we've already done it before. Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. It's not Pop or Clank, anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or in this whole year. So what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest. Anyhow.
Aw. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it.
While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Von, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Justin's famous chicken pot pie.
Oh.
After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders and his cherry blossoms.
Justin, what are you doing here? And there's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and just picturing victory.
The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you.
Probably best to fess up. We don't want a fire.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards.
Wow. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. Yum. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out.
Yeah. The moment of truth.
Ooh. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all.
I could eat you all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Yeehaw!
Here we go.
Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot-pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Von and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves, like anime, as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Mega chop! Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air.
Egg wash.
What the? Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster! Von flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roll.
You put steroids in that? Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. That is what you are. Even Clank gets in on it.
$5 pressure point chicken cooking technique.
Wait, he spoke. How are you suddenly able to talk human? Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct.
Von quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. Uh-oh. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic?
Nah, we
Nope.
can't. No easy ways.
Who needs magic when you've got passion?
Yeah. I'm going to do it the hard way.
Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room.
I believe in you, Justin.
Oh, that's so hot.
Yeah.
Miriam notices too. God, Justin, this game is making me ship you with Colonel Sanders so hard. And I've always believed in you, Justin, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you.
Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but...
Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. Oh no!
No!
It's the secret ingredient! You're gonna get that dog. Ha!
Oh, is it the newt?
Oh boy.
Oh, it is.
Oh no. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve, the sport monster.
Wait, your name is Steve now?
Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We sport monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but I have conjured Steve, and I hate the battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition? I love this stuff. Better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind?
Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. crisscross with magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it. Sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little sport pup back in the old country.
What are you, Russian? Back in Mother Russia. You can feel the spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there.
Actually, you know what? Maybe we should just watch in the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time monster school and I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up,
You toss a serious stare at at Steve, and he takes the hint.
never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win.
Give up. You summon extra powers.
Yeah.
I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win.
Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your
We're
body.
going Super Saiyan.
Oh my god. Super cooking!
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing for this my entire lives for... Yes, Justin, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me.
Oh my god. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out.
You interrupted my inspirational monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their whole entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery.
You begin to levitate off of the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Oh no!
No.
That sucks. But don't worry, dear Justin. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. Ah.
I've been watching you today, and I must say, truly impressed. Been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches.
He steps up to your station and stands right beside you.
I'm here to help.
Cool music, of course. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese. And time is almost up, so you're going to need it.
But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I float the hard.
What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on.
Oh, some tenders, I can go through them.
Oh my god, yeah.
And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects, and that's a past of individual effort. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union?
Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? What happened to Pop? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying.
What the hell?
It sounded like it's coming from the broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess, did Von Von have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad.
Dude. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks, clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester.
Wow, 3 whole days long.
But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
I've made. Oh, that looks cute.
Aw.
I want that.
A bigger version, though.
Yeah.
Tender udon noodles and savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Justin, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish.
I made onion over smooth egg custard and an axe ham urchin shell topped with caviar.
Jeez.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. It was a bit much. Is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the cluster to slosh around.
Woof! Woof!
Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Can't even eat it, dude. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in. Tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
No.
Youch, my tongue!
Oh. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. Oof.
Oof.
I can't eat this. I keep sucking my tongue. Disqualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who'd have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could have an effect on make it difficult to eat?
Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glamour?
Don't discount simplicity.
This isn't the loft you've heard of me.
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. I am a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. God, that looks like what they serve on all these fancy chef shows.
Yeah.
It's like, that wouldn't fill me at all. I'm not satisfied.
Yeah. I spent $50 for this.
Yeah.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece, girl.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school.
Got toast in your ears or something, Justin? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we were having an eating exam, girl.
Oh,
If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry.
Girl.
I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted. Why'd I go British for a second there? But don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
2 chefs.
what began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else.
Ooh.
He examines it close. Oh, that's you.
He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so
Wouldn't
delicious.
it be like 400 or something in dog years?
Dude, I don't know.
It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. I'm Oprah.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed, even the ones who were disqualified? What? There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete, like a prom, and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
DJ Dog is in the house! Oh, whoa, whoa.
You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley, wearing different outfits, tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Dude, really?
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together,
It's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out.
everyone, the sport monster is no more. From here on out, I'd prefer that everyone referred to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off and turns into a real ghost. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. Oh god, I said it weird. Ballroom. Oh, alright. Southern influence. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat.
A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh. Oh, no.
And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such.
The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clink, who has arrived late to the dance.
Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth.
Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing.
I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension.
Seriously. What?
What?
I actually feel like I knew it this whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
Girl, you better not go with him.
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard.
I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird.
A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it.
Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives.
Howdy, classmates.
Dang, you look so casual. Still sexy.
Ooh.
Look at that muscle.
Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. Ooh.
I don't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken.
Of course. This whole game is all promoting you, dude. The end? Wait, that's it? No love kissy scene? Oh, okay. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor.
Justin, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day.
Yeah, let's get lucky.
Would you dance with me? Yes, I'd love to.
Yes, the thirst.
As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you.
And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Justin.
Really? A day off? That's it?
How sweet! We'll work together and play together.
Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Uh-oh.
Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll need to do by myself. But who will help you run the restaurant? I would believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward?
Uh-oh, are we not getting the best ending?
Oh.
Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Oh no!
Ah.
Dang it. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur?
I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school. Oh my dear Justin, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually.
Dang, that sucks.
Nah. And along the way, you'll have me by your side.
The end.
Guess we got a okay ending.
We got the friend zone ending.
Yeah, well, actually, no, we got the romance, but we just didn't
Yeah.
get him as a partner. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that will be it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. This game has been such a delight, and it's been so wonderful having a southern gentleman like Justin playing with me.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to tune in. And a lot of fun to voice these characters.
Yeah, lots of fun. Alrighty, guys. Sorry for a super long episode, but we wanted to finish it. So, until next time, have a nice day. Bye.
Later.